We, me am so glad we made it to this special Wednesday edition of Club NGMI presents DeFi Wednesday. We are here hoping for a patch, praying for a patch, expecting a patch. When patch? We'll see. Let's go have some fun. We got some friends. We got a secret surprise friend showing up as well. But first, our truest friend of all.
Club NGMI are not financial advisors. The content on this show is for educational purposes only. Do not overinvest by a lot. Oh God, do your own research. We need likes and subscribes to go up. Can't devs do something? We are so glad you made it.
Welcome, Pump. Welcome, Easy. Special guest we'll bring on in a second. So Gump, patch day. What does patch day look like in the Gumpskol, Pumpskol household? Is everything okay? How does it feel over there expecting this patch?
So if you all remember in January, February, when Pete started Club Top Shot, when you woke up on a Tuesday, how jacked were you to watch Club Top Shot that night?
Oh, stoked.
Right. That's how I feel on Wednesday. Like on Tuesday morning, I'm like, one more sleep until patch day. That's how excited I get about it.
I love it. Easy, Eric, can you tell me, like, does your roommate understand patch day? Do they know what's happening today? No,
my roommate is stocking up the home. We're Wednesdays, I think we get groceries and cook. I don't know anything about that. I don't really leave my office for more than like bathroom trips. No, patch days are great. It's nice. The team delivers every week, something to look forward to. But no, the roommate has no idea the depths of which we rely on Wednesday evenings.
Yeah, my roommate doesn't. My roommates don't either. The kids don't care. They don't care about the buns. They don't care about the pens. They don't care about the patch. Okay. We teased this in the Discord. We have a special guest with us today, and it is none other than Buckets, aka Sterling. And I believe we're going to use Buckets and Sterling interchangeably, at least. I'm probably going to lean Buckets. I think Eric's going to lean Sterling. We'll see what Gump goes. Buckets, how's Patch Wednesday for you?
Well, we've been waiting. It's nice to be here, but it seems like usually 3 o'clock used to be the kind of time and date, not date, obviously, but when stuff happened. But 3 p.m. Came and went, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm stuck over here looking at the DeFi Kingdom Discord, just with people just asking when patch. So what?
Sorry. You don't refresh the beta every like 15 seconds to see if it's loaded yet?
I was actually going to ask you. I was going to ask you this. Because I saw someone in their Discord say, "Oh, they'll tell you if the beta is going live."
They will after it's live.
Yeah, the last couple have been front ran by 10-15 minutes. Excited for the patch. We love the patch, Justin.
I love the no clue where the third kid is. It's question mark. Hopefully that's the oldest kid. That's my guess. Okay, I'll get in the beta. I'll go check that out. It's beta.defykingdoms.com for the non-nerds in there. I am stoked because Eric actually took my recommendation on mechanical keyboards, and
can you hear it?
His keyboard is rivaling. We can hear it.
You rugged me. You rugged me. I had not had a mechanical keyboard earlier. I'm not a hardcore gamer in that sense. I have not played computer games. I don't have a mouse pad. So forgive me. I'm like a console PlayStation gamer, but not even like real games, like sports games. So yeah, I use the office provided keyboard or my laptop keyboard. And then you're like, oh, this is like so cool. It's like rainbows, and it is rainbow.
This is my office provided trash keyboard that I hate so much.
This thing is pretty sick. Like you can change the colors and stuff. But yeah, you rubbed me because I was like, oh, I don't want the obnoxious typewriter because I live in a 2-bedroom apartment, not by myself, and I find myself on the computer until midnight, 1, 2 a.m. I didn't want the typewriter, so you're like, oh, get these brown keys or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I got some other one. Apparently it's loud. Yeah. So.
Does anybody know what VOT means? I don't know what VOT means, but I feel like Eleanor is sending us a message. I don't know what it means. Voice on type. I have no idea.
What is VOT?
I don't know. Eleanor, tell us in the chat. I want to know. Maybe it's a keyboard recommendation. So, but Eric, don't your don't your hands just like glide now over the keyboard? Don't you feel more performant?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's like you get the feedback when you type.
Yeah, I mean, it's overrated. Like you get used to anything, I think.
Warren, we don't know each other yet, Warren.
For those in the crowd that golf, when you hit a golf ball, you can feel it in your hands, right? Like whether it's a good strike or a bad strike, or you hit it on the bottom or the top. The mechanical keyboard gives you, imagine if you hit a golf ball and just couldn't feel anything. That's an optical keyboard.
Best, yeah.
Gives you a little feedback.
Yeah, the mechanical keyboard, it's like, and if you do game, which I don't even game and I still have one, gives you like, I don't know. It drives my wife insane because she can hear it from upstairs when I'm.
If you quest, you game.
Yeah, we are P2E. Talked about in Congress today.
Yeah, let's start there. It was referenced in Congress, I think, by a crypto bull. I don't remember exactly which representative mentioned P2E as far as crypto goes. I'm not asking you for who it was, but I'm just telling you why I don't remember who it was and who the bull is. But it's referenced in relatively positive light as far as here's a real life use case for crypto and how people are using it to earn money, etc. So in relation to DeFi Kingdoms, I think that's how it's relevant as far as crypto goes and securities, et cetera, yada, yada. Who cares? Was there any other takeaways that you all had? I think it's a pretty bullish. There comes Dan. Dan knows Gonzo, our friend, the Ohio State University's own Anthony Gonzalez.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony, the best tight end ever, mentioned it. So, yeah, I think
P2E... No, different. Those are two different
people. I call him Tony because his name was Anthony. Oh.
Yeah, no bits. Sorry.
Did anybody else have a takeaway from that congressional hearing about P2E or crypto writ large? Anything there?
I watched most of it, and I thought... So in the past, I've always felt like most of the federal government, parties aside, they don't love crypto because banks have a big influence in the entire political system, no matter what party you are. They just do because of the money they give to campaigns for everybody, the laws, so many laws, SEC, Go Stellar. Yeah, I didn't understand that.
That's very funny.
I thought today from the hour and a half that I watched, it seemed like this, and it was the finance committee or something like that. It was a committee of the House. Almost all of their questions did seem generally inquisitive, like they wanted to learn more and get real recommendations from. They had the founder and CEO of FTX. They had the CEO/CFO of Coinbase. They had 4 or 5 witnesses, they called them. I called it a panel of people who they're like, tell us, like, what would you do to regulate this, to minimize risk to the American people, but also allow them to take advantage of it. So I turned it on when someone put the link in Discord, expecting it to be like a roast. You see the clips. It's of Elizabeth Warren roasting the CEO of like Wells Fargo. Like, so you really scammed people out of $1 billion a year. I'm making that up. And then it's just this viral clip. This was truly They were asking real questions, good questions, I thought, to learn more about it. So I thought it was a positive overall. The legislation, will that be a positive? Maybe yes, maybe no.
Yeah, I'm torn exactly on the level of we're early and we're not early. We got Budweiser NFTs showing up. We got just Natalie Portman pictures as NFTs now. So that tells me we're not early, but then we also have these sorts of questions, and it looks like adoption is coming a little bit further. Was this a ploy to show your Bored Ape? Oh, there it is. And the Adidas.
Sorry to break news, but Adidas has partnered with the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Adidas has partnered with Pixel Vault. This is getting mainstream, guys.
It is.
I don't know if it's priced in. It's maybe breaking news to you December 8th, live on the DeFi Kingdoms stream and Club NGMI. I don't know if I'm clear to reveal it, but I've got the merch and it's happening.
What's like, I don't know the Greek alphabet, but what's like way after alpha? Omicron? That's a terrible joke. Sterling, question for you about crypto and adoption. So in your everyday life, we've recently had the holidays. I went home and visited family, and they were chatting about crypto or whatever because they know that I'm involved in crypto and NFTs. What's been like the weirdest sort of encounter that you've had with somebody? Could be a man on the street or woman on the street, or it could be a family member or whatever asking about crypto. Like what? Because you're relatively native to crypto now, into NFTs, into DeFi Kingdom. What's been the sort of most off-putting or like confusing interaction you've had around crypto?
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to like neighbors around the campfire and stuff like that before, specifically more about NFTs. I mean, I think some have gotten into crypto a little bit, but that means like, buying $200 worth of Bitcoin. But NFTs in general, like they have quite a few questions, a few of my neighbors, but I was lucky enough to trail Mr. Jennings, Peter Jennings, on the Toads, which I think a few of you still have possibly. And Dangy was good enough to talk me into selling mine at a certain point. So I told them about, Toads and, how, you can make a decent amount of money flipping these. Obviously there's tons of risk, but they're like, what is it? What can you do with it? And I'm like, it's very hard to explain the profile picture to the neighbors, and as my wife called DeFi Kingdoms, you're having like Zelda sex with your characters. So yeah, it's as y'all would say, I think we're early.
Yeah, I talked to my wife a little bit about having sex in DeFi Kingdoms and like, oh, you could breed these two characters together. She's like, no, that's too deep. That's too deep. And I go, that's not deep at all. Woo! Buckle up, because so they have no idea what the heck is happening. And by the way, Sterling, whenever you're talking, if I start laughing, it's just because of your profile picture and the running inside joke that we have that just kills me. I don't that it's actually happening. Gump, I'll pull that up in a second, and then we can go. We'll dive into DeFi Kingdom stuff, because basically we're vamping until we get patch notes, because everyone's asking when patch.
I'm dying.
They want to know what it is. They want to know what's new. We know we're getting meditation circle. Was the notification stuff, was that new recently, or
yes?
That's like a midweek patch.
That was a new feature last Wednesday when we got.
Oh, okay.
We got a patch, but we got nothing really besides the merchant. But yes, the notification system was new.
Yeah, it's great to not have to go back.
Well, yeah, I mean,
check your spreadsheet.
Yeah, we got what last week? We got the merchant, we got the notifications, hero by ID filter. What else did we get?
Did you not read the patch notes?
I read like the first 3 lines and then I get impatient, so I just go to the game and then click around. kind of a self discovery.
Yeah, they added a good one that we probably haven't interacted with unless you by accident log on to DeFi Kingdoms on an incorrect wallet. They added an in-game tutorial for starters, which I don't know if we wanted to, like, you're a newbie, how do you get into DeFi Kingdoms? What is DeFi Kingdoms? Barrier to entry, I think, is relatively low. If you're, you've been playing in crypto, playing in NFTs, it's not, as you can go as deep as you want to, but the resources are few and far in between. You watch, our YouTube videos, you Google around. It's still early. We're only a couple months into this thing. So they've added an in-game tutorial. If you log on to like a fresh instance of DeFi Kingdoms, not on an already established wallet, they'll drop you a bit of, the one token from Harmony for your transactions. I think.
I didn't know they do that. Oh.
Yeah, because like when you log in, the reason it gives you the tutorial is like, you don't have any one tokens. You must be a new account. And then there's like a tutorial and all that. Look at that.
So I haven't even looked at this, but yeah, I was really bullish on this as far as the best part of the patch notes, just kind of like what you were describing. Because yeah, we're as those of us we're only early if more people show up and kind of hang out with us. Otherwise, we're late and it's the end. So we want people to be onboarded. I know, shout out to Babs, who had a fantastic way to get money in the ecosystem that was just beaten down by some whales that were given that tutorial. But now DeFi Kingdoms has given that to us. So I think that's a good idea. Sterling Buckets, have you onboarded anybody? Have you helped anybody via DM or via chat on getting people on DeFi Kingdom? What I'm asking for is like, what's been the biggest hang up for you? Because I know for me, it's been for people bridging because they get kind of wigged out of, I'm sending my ETH away somewhere else. That's really weird. So have you onboarded anybody and or did you have any issues or any concerns from them based upon when you were helping them?
Yeah, I don't talk to too many people about crypto besides in the Discord. I've dropped a note to a few of my friends that have some crypto and stuff like that, but I don't think they have the time to get into other ventures. But yeah, the tutorial seems like it's going to be a big help. I know CP Trey was talking about he wasn't quite sure how to play or get into it, right? But we dropped him the link, I think, to the Discord, and this guy, little Nolan here. So hopefully he's going through that instead of just making money on all of his jewel that he bought.
I love it. Okay. So, wow, they really start. You got to get a MetaMask. Oh, you got to get a wallet. You need someone. Oh, okay. Let's say I don't have one.
Get you some free one.
That's what I'm saying.
Does it take you to the bridge?
There's a song like take me to the bridge or something like that. Isn't there a song there? So you buy it. There's a vendor asks for a wallet address. That's fine. I wonder if they do any security stuff. Always do a small amount first. I'm not fairly crypto native. I'm very crypto native now, and I still do a small amount first. So I do recommend that.
If it's a new bridge, I definitely do.
100%. So you'll name your person. I'm wondering about how that's going to come into play.
Go back. Back. Click back, the green back button. Just to the left of that. Click back.
What?
See?
I'm all the way back.
Oh, nope. Go to page 2. Page 2. You can always transfer a small amount first to make sure it works.
That's right.
Before moving. Exactly. Just what you're saying.
Beck has a good question. How long does it take to get set up in DeFi Kingdom? I could say if you're crypto native, a half hour. If you're not, an hour, I'd say, to get set up. I'm going to hopefully be getting set up in the Axie world with Voxes. And that setup, if you're used to that in like Townstar, it's not like Townstar in that you don't have to set up a town with like grapes. Are grapes good? I don't know.
Grapes are great.
Grapes are great. Pinot grapes, specifically, I believe.
They are red grapes. I don't think they do white grapes.
I see. But there's not that kind of setup for you, Beck. It's more of bridge money over, and then we can show you some things to do in a little bit if we keep vamping based on win patch. Win patch. Mr. Baba tuned in while putting his son to sleep. While? Why? Just say after. Just say because you wanted to see what buckets looked like. Rugged. Wait. What? Buckets. That was a sneak peek. Okay. So we're over here. Let's take a little tour. We've arrived. There's a lot to do. It can be overwhelming, so let's show you around. Let's go. World map. We know what a map is. Don't care about the map menu. You can find your balance. And then go to the marketplace, which is where you transact. You go in and out of different assets in the marketplace. So that would be your DEX in a lot of ways from a different place if you wanted to be there.
Explain like I'm 5, a DEX. What is a DEX? Why is it important? Why is it at the core of DeFi Kingdoms?
A DEX is short for distributed exchange. Basically what that means is you're not using Coinbase to go from one asset to another. So I'm trading Ethereum for Bitcoin. I'm doing it in a decentralized fashion versus on Coinbase. So in this example, you might be going from Ethereum to Jewel, which is the in-game token for DeFi Kingdoms. And then you also need one to do transactions on the Harmony network. So Jewel and one or two you really have to know. And then if you want to, you can get a little bit deeper. But I think it's out of scope for what we're talking about now. But yeah, good question.
I think you said distributed exchange. It's a decentralized.
I'm sorry.
Exchange.
I'll drink his punishment.
Cheers.
Is that tangerine?
Pamplemousse.
Pamplemousse, man. Ooh. Great flavor.
My wife said no pamplemousse anymore. She's a tangerine lady now. Okay, so we've got a druid, and the druid is how you. This is like level 2.0. I'm kind of surprised they talk about this so early, but this is how you start providing liquidity and getting a lot of value out of your jewel tokens, whatever. We'll skip over that. I kind of don't want to go through this.
I was just gonna say, I thought we have a how-to video, don't we?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Yeah. I'm sick of this.
Yeah, fuck this.
That's right. Okay, so Brinley wants us to get into it. Let's talk threes PvP comps. Are you talking about buckets right now? Or are you talking like
3s PvP comps? Player versus player? Let's talk threes.
This could be, they might be talking really super future patch notes in like 6 months when my hero fights your hero and then one hero dies. Brinley said PvP
like
could be in groups of
stuff. Yeah. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Oh boy. How much time do we have?
Brinley wants like an 800 level conversation.
Well, it's a good conversation to think about. If the patch notes, we're talking about the patch notes, the meditation circle is supposed to drop today, and the meditation circle, which has fantastic new music, really good study music or like focus music, but we go there to level up your hero. Every hero in the game, I got my comp if y'all can counter it. I don't really know if we're being like challenged to a duel live on stream.
Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. Brinley wants to fight us for pinks right now.
But long story short, you're making decisions potentially tonight on your heroes and how to level them up, and you can influence. Like if you ever played Pokemon, which I don't think you did, but every level you get boosts to your stats, and like the game just kind of took care of it, and you didn't really know. Like there's some RNG or maybe there's math. I don't know. You have hit points, you have strength, agility, whatever, and your different moves have different attributes. Your character and your heroes have attributes too, and strength, endurance, agility, luck, that help them today with professions, right? Helps you get items from fishing and from foraging. In a couple of weeks, it'll be mining and gardening. But professions are just like a side course or an appetizer for the overall game, and eventually it's going to be PvP. So decisions you make tonight with like you can influence what stats and attributes you can level up to an extent. So there's going to be some decisions made today that impact how good you might be in the future PvP world.
So Buckets, you came out hot this morning in the Discord with a strong paragraph of, with your first one, you should take this into account. With your second level, you should take this into account. And your third level, take this into account. So can you walk us through your decision points for leveling, hopefully while you're sleep deprived late this evening?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a few videos on YouTube about it, but basically there's a few different options. Obviously, the first two roles of the stat, the first one is based off of your primary class, right? So depending on whatever primary class you have either a 40%, 60, 80% chance of boosting that stat. And then the second one's off your secondary class. And the third role for a +1 is you get to choose whichever stat you would like. So that's the only one that's pretty much guaranteed in the roles. And then the fourth and fifth, you can choose one, another two that you didn't choose for step 3. And you get a 50% chance at those. So at minimum, like I said, you'll get one, a +1 on whichever stat you want. But obviously, depending on how you roll, you could get quite a bit of boost when you're leveling these heroes up.
So those are the options, but what's the strategy?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the Discord. It depends, I guess, kind of. Nobody knows if you need a balanced hero yet, or you want one that's just straight up strength and endurance, just strong and beat the hell out of everybody. So we're not real positive. I guess to the start, it's not bad to pick kind of your two main stats, your two main professions maybe, and go after your first one, your main one, whatever you're going to be best at, and then kind of boost that second one a little bit too, just so you're more balanced. Because I don't know if you really need, all 4 professions nice and balanced. I would say going for the first 2, thinking about the first 2 would be the best to start with for now until we get a little more information.
And is that thinking, is that from a market perspective, as in what you believe the marketplace is going to value, or from a game value perspective? By that I mean what their role is going to be. Are they going to be the best damn forager you've ever seen, or the best miner that you've ever seen? Because I know you mentioned strength and endurance. Thank you. That's the one that I know off the top of my head as far as being mining. So is that for in-game perspective or marketplace perspective, and does that change for you when you're making choices? Buckets.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely change. I guess my thinking is, if you have a hero that's actually in line with its correct class, or your class is in line with the profession, then I would say that would be your primary to kind of focus on. Say if I've got a number of paladins that are gardeners, those are going to be what I balance them out with, is boosting them pretty significantly on gardening to start with. And then, paladins are also good fighters too. So that might be the more secondary class that I think about. Excuse me, not class, profession stats that I think about boosting. So Mr. Ori would probably want us just to boost the hell out of whichever profession we have. But I think in long term, it might be a little more balanced would be a good way to go about it, at least until we get a little more information, which they seem to be good at giving us a little information here and there. I always like going to their Discord and listening or searching Hubert and just going through every single thing he says, just to see kind of what little hints they give. Because
so the found annals are what Buckets has. He finds them before they're lost and compiled.
Yeah. Well, the annals, and then the Discord. Hubert is one of their people, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is the lost annals is like game designer? Is that
game mechanics? He's the He does all
Oh.
the formulas and algorithms for drop rates, leveling, like anything math related to the game. That's
Does he do tokenomics too?
No, that's Dreamer now.
Okay.
But he is just the game mechanics guy.
Do we get org chart patch notes too, or do you just have a running like historical list of? Do you download it every day and you see when the org chart changes?
I knew about Dreamer because he was on the Harmony 1 YouTube channel doing a overview. I gave my computer a weird look because Brinley is going so.
We'll get to Brinley. I want to get to Lucas first. Let's do Lucas first. What about, because this applies to me, not you, Justin, with your mythic DK. Get out of here. What about the lower quality heroes that are close to leveling? Are you planning on leveling pretty much everyone? So there's a Metallica album called Kill 'Em All, and I don't listen to it much, but it's called Kill 'Em All. My perspective is going to be level them all, because level 2s are going to be greater than level 1s. That's my personal perspective. I also have had a decent amount of runes, so I'm okay as far as leveling my folks. So I'm going to level them all, and I'm also a well-known middle IQ in the bell curve, and that's the middle IQ play versus finding the one that you want to marry and then just leveling that person. So clearly the smarter people are disagreeing with my metal everybody. So Eric, what do you think about leveling? What do you want to level them all or find one love of your life?
I don't know. Pump seems to disagree. I want to level all the ones that as soon as they're ready, because it tilts me seeing the XP bar at 2000 out of 2000 and not getting any better. My pitch for those that have not bridged over to Harmony, you may think you're not early, but tonight every hero in the game is level 1. And if this game lasts to level 100 as they've mapped out, you still have an opportunity to literally have the most advanced hero right now. So I want to keep chugging along. It depends on your bankroll, I guess, too, right? I mean, I don't want to sneeze at it. If a rune costs, what is it now, like 10 jewel, 8 jewel?
$63. So
yeah,
9,
so it's not
8, 9.
So no. I don't know. Yeah, that's about
especially right. When you need 2 or 3, as Fox said on the AMA, from level 4 to 5, you need 2 runes, and they're burnt. And then level 8 to 9, you need 3 runes. So you could spend almost $200 to level up your hero. And that's why maybe today I'll level up. I probably will, because I won't be able to resist from 1 to 2. But you're going to reach a point, and I still believe runes are going to be more scarce than tiers are.
Oh, by a lot.
By a lot. And I think at some point, and Fox said this in the AMA, he's like, not every hero you want to level up. Like some of them just aren't meant for it. Yeah, they're just not meant to level up, and it is what it is.
The counterpoint to that is they've also said it's you're 5 times more, the probability of you getting a Shiva rune is 5 times more likely if your profession matches what they're doing. So we currently are missing 2 of the 4 quests that would match professions. So I have a miner that goes fishing. He's got 0.2% chance of finding a Shiva's rune. Once there's mining ready and I throw this person in the mine, then I have a bigger chance of getting a rune. So right now, what we've done, we're thinking, at least my thinking is, runes are overvalued because supply is not reaching demand, but also you're going to use these runes to level up. So that's where we got to talk to Hubert. Give Hubert, wake him up. Where's Hubert?
Get him on the stream.
What, Pump?
Here's the counter. I've thought about this a lot. I thought about it in bed, this morning, at lunch. So you're right. It's a 5 times more. I'm like, well, shit, the rune drop rate could go up by 25%. Because half the heroes are mining gardening, times 5, half that, 25%. But when mining and gardening come out, that also means that all those heroes are running 30% more quests and getting XP faster. So you're getting, people can burn runes faster because they're leveling up faster. So I think the net supply of runes will go up a bit, the drop rates, right? but I think it's negated somewhat by the XP growth of finally doing a quest that matches your profession. So I
mean, Babs specifically, I don't know how many heroes he's up to, but he said he's got 31 ruins or so. But he specifically said that he doesn't have many miners or gardeners, so that's why he's getting quite a few. So in the short term, I think the price might go up a little bit just because everybody's going to want to have fun leveling. But as Hubert said, it's going to get more expensive and more expensive as you go on. So maybe your lower level guys, you're going to get to like number 2, level 2, level 3, just so they can be better foragers and gardeners.
Yep.
No, sir.
I disagree with that. I'm Team Brinley here. You're going to have to level all because you want to get left behind. You're going to get left behind, and you're going to want to get to level 5, which is where you spend tiers. I think you're going to want to, if you're not selling, your choice is sell in the marketplace or hold them. You could sell, or if you're holding them, go to level 5 because then you can start crafting them into who you really want them to be. Because they've also said, and we've been on a yo-yo ride, and I hate it because initially we were like, okay, profession match, profession match is for the birds. We don't need that. I need a knight that's a miner. That's what I want. And then they said, nope, it's professions. And then most recently they said professions, they're important now, but they might fade in importance later on. And I think part of that might be through that leveling mechanic that we'll have where a mining knight or mining warrior could be more valuable. So this also goes back to the middle IQ stance that I took last week or the week before of like, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know where they're going to take it. So I'm going to make some choices and leave myself out with these choices. And that means leveling all of them up to 5, essentially, if I can. So yeah, I don't know. I'm scared.
I would say.
Go ahead. There's also going to be different types of ruins, right? So once you get to a certain level, you're going to need new ones. So we talked about that. So we don't know at what point we'll need those or how many of those we'll need.
I believe every 10 levels.
It's level 10, and you'll still need some of the old ones too. Wow. So when you go from 10 to 11, you need a Moksha rune and 3 Shiva's runes.
Just stunt on us for knowing what it's actually called.
When do we start accruing? When do we start getting blah blah runes? Not Shivas, whatever you said.
They don't have. Well, they have all the names.
It'll be in
them.
Advanced quests, probably too.
Yeah. So
once you hit level 5, you can start possibly getting them or whatever.
I want to address something that Brinley said. There's going to become a point, and this depends, like Eric said, your bankroll and how many heroes you have. I have 25 heroes. Half of them are fine, average, maybe worse. They're knight foragers, right?
God.
At some point, why would I dedicate tiers? Like, why am I spending 30 tiers to summon a shitty common knight forager, not a matching profession? Like, why am I allocating resources to that? So I'm going to take 3 runes, 30 tiers, and half a jewel to level up or summon with this crappy hero. Like, I'm not. There's going to become a point, and I don't know when the point is, where you're saying, why am I going to dedicate resources to continuing to level up this bad hero? It's just not all heroes are meant to be good. I've said that last week, this week, the week before, and I'll say it next week.
Totally agree. Brinley is super sharp. And this is something I say with NFTs. If you're going to mint 1, you might as well mint 2. And if you wouldn't buy it at the price that you're currently holding an NFT, you should probably think about selling it. So same thing with the hero. If you're identifying, I have no future plans for this hero, dump it and find one that you have future plans for, in my opinion. You shouldn't summon with all of them, but optimize your portfolio while you can, and try and have a future for your heroes. Something else, can you pull up the white paper? Because there's actually some really good stuff here for leveling.
Oh my God.
It's illustrated.
Come on.
And I think we really need to go there. Really need to.
I will in one second, and this will likely relate. Houston is saying vitality. Yeah. Is this what you're going to reference?
Oh yeah. There's 3 stats. So when you get to choose the stats that you grow, when you're leveling, there's 3 stats there's 2 stats that impact the profession in questing, but there are 3 overarching stats that help your hit points and your mana points, which we don't know what those are yet, but they are going to be important. So those are the ones I'm going to prioritize early.
Yeah, I think
your hit points and your mana points.
Yeah, hit points is just like your how many blows can you take in a battle. That one I get. The mana or mana points, I don't know what those. That's the little blue circle.
Hold on.
Something related to magic, probably.
Let's go around. Let's go around the room. I don't know. Let's go around the room. Pump. How do you say MANA? How do you say it?
I would say mana.
Okay, Eric.
Mana.
Buckets.
Mana. But I also say a Vox. So.
Do you?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No.
I mean, can't have that. We can't be having that on the stream.
Avalanche.
It is. I feel like it's mana, but it's mana if you're a super nerd and you were there early. Here's an example. I was listening to the most recent Modern Finance podcast. It's very good, very nerdy about file storage on blockchains. And this guy was super nerdy and was like, oh, I remember when Ajax came out. And he pronounces URL Earls. He says Earl.
It's not good.
But this man is building the stuff that like you use every day. So I think the nerds lose actually. I think because
just type it. Who cares? We don't.
Is it GIF or GIF? Right?
We're the only people in the world that actually talk out loud about this stuff. Everyone else is typing it, so it doesn't matter.
That's a fair point. That's why I'm the content guy as far as let's go on this magic train towards mana world. So show me, where do you want to look in the white paper for this?
Could I guide you here? Yeah, go to gameplay. And then we'll start with leveling and then we'll go back to stats.
Imagine not knowing where this is. I mean.
So this is the meditation circle that, knock on wood, is getting released tonight. If you scroll down, this is unimportant. You should know all this. Each set of 10 level is fine.
Don't whitelist shame me. This is why I'm
not a whitelist. It's a white paper. Whitelists are broke and white papers are woke.
Okay. Don't shame me. This is why I'm nice to everybody.
Tired
so you all tell me what to do.
Tired, yeah. Look at this chart. This is what you need to know and what Sterling was trying to get us to listen to. The first 2 roles, there's 5 roles when you're leveling up for is your hero going to become better or not? Here, there's going to be like this kind of interface where you choose a stat bonus for one of the 8 stats, and then you're guaranteed to go up 1 point. If you have 10 strength and you want it to be 11, like by all means you can. And then you choose 2 additional stats and you get a 50-50 chance. This is awesome. 50-50 chance of that boosting. So every time you're going to level up, you get this decision. Is it important? Probably. Should you sweat it a ton at level 1? Maybe not. But what else are we doing? We're all, on the stream, 10 p.m., waiting for a patch to drop. So this is what it's going to look like. And if you go to stats, I will pitch you on intelligence, wisdom, and vitality. Vitality is probably not.
I'm in awe of this chat. Just the hashtag grinders in here of like every decision you make matters.
These are the DFK people. These are the grinders.
I know. These are grinders.
This is why the game is gonna fucking make it. People that doubt. Can we pull up the chart of Axie transactions and DFK transactions? Please? Not now. But like boner alert. Look at the chart. Win flip. Sorry.
Are you saying we're early?
Maybe not anymore.
No. That's fine.
We're still early.
Everyone in the game has 2/3 or more of their rewards locked until July, so everyone is in it to make it that long.
Until
the whales are not leaving.
No, they're not leaving. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not. This is not a bit. I feel an incredible amount of stress about what I'm about to do when this meditation circle comes live. So let's go. We've talked about optimal plays, and that's like cool to min max or whatever. I'm not a min max kind of guy. I'm a do less harm kind of guy. So what are the pitfalls you think when we're leveling that I could avoid?
I want to address something you said. Eric, can you give your speech about early EV grinding, please?
Yeah, go to stats. Oh, come on. White paper.
I was hoping we were done. Okay.
No, Eric, it's this morning you said the decisions you make from level 1 to 2 are not going to kill you.
Sure.
Yeah, speech.
Well, yes. As far as quests, a good hero versus a bad hero having, 19 points for your fishing versus 22 points for your fishing, I don't think there's a measurable difference in you get 3 bloaters versus 2 bloaters. I don't think you're going to see a measurable difference tomorrow versus today as far as your levels, but I think there are some things you can strategically do to put you on the right path to having a pretty sick tune a couple weeks from now.
Oh, now we said tune?
Yeah, that was a hat tip to Mr. Ori. I use it a lot now, actually.
I do as well. So tunes, I guess, are like what people call characters in like World of Warcraft and other MMORPG games.
When I had it explained to me by my believe it or not in real life friends, they said a tune is basically an NPC, and I go, okay, what's an NPC? And that's a non-playing character, but that's actually wrong, isn't it? Because the tune is a playing character.
Ori would be disgusted if he heard that.
Well, Warren's with us. I like Warren. He gets it. Buckets, or are you? I want to zoom way out. Buckets, like, were you a WoW guy? Were you an MMORPG guy? Like, what's your angle into DeFi Kingdoms? Is it crypto, let's make some money, guys? Or is it, this is really nerdy and cool and I'm into that?
Well, obviously I've been in the Discord for a while, and then I saw the fun and excitement of you all's favorite stack toads. So I was a lurker in there with, I think that's pretty much where Mr. Pump started. Gump turned into Pump, possibly.
Correct.
And I needed to be in on something like that. So I don't really have a gaming background at all or anything like that. It's just we kind of stumbled upon it. I think I got it in the same day as most of y'all, or maybe a day after or something. So that's kind of how I found it. Just trying to be one of the cool kids.
Well, that's pretty impressive. I
just went to take a piss and I heard Buckets talking about stack toads, and I tried to get back as fast as I could.
Stack toads are making a comeback on Avalanche, but
stack toads on Avalanche, red coin toads. I'm bad.
I just said that's where I think Mr. Gump turned into Mr. Pump back in Stack Toads days.
Yep.
I just had to have a piece of it.
If you didn't make money on Stack Toads, that's on you.
I think I made like 0.2 that one of those days where they were really pumping. I bought one and then did a little flipperoo.
Love it.
It's on me. I do not make money on Stack Toads.
Ooh.
Okay.
Back to the white paper. It's focus.
And I have a question that relates to the white paper where we are on stats. Brenly is saying, when we say crappy heroes, just be on the lookout for something that may have best stats for a combat type situation. I love the phrase combat type situation related to DeFi Kingdom, for the white paper maxis, which stats may apply to a combat type situation?
All
in theory.
That's
right?
not fair.
No, for sure.
No.
Can we go one by one, like very
Yeah.
quickly? Strength
Sure.
makes sense, right? Strength
Yeah,
makes
I
sense
hit-
if
I hit
you're
hard,
literally
you-
fighting.
you
I'm
feel bad.
stronger than you. But there's like strength is very simple. Dexterity, I don't know. The dexterity and agility are sort of simple ones as far as how fast you'll move and how you shift around if you're Tyreek Hill or if you're like a straight line runner. Vitality, I think, is one of the ones you should focus on early. If you read the description, because vitality is the primary stat that impacts HP growth. So, and has added benefits to recovering from certain debuffs. I don't really know what that means. We may be months away from this mattering.
That's
but
my
if
concern.
you level up your vitality today, every time, like if your vitality is a 10 and you can choose to make it an 11, you'll be 10% better and your HP will grow not linearly, but exponentially, I think, right? If you invest in vitality early, each time you level, your hit points, like you're going to be able to start building on your hit points immediately versus strength, is like a linear growth, I think.
What the hell is this? What? Did we know this?
Yes, we
Oh.
did. Okay, strong heroes does not mean literally strength. It means
I get it.
Good.
you have a badass motherfucking hero that's got high stats in everything. That when you go on these quests for the right to buy the land, you can compete for it. That's what it's for. Which is why I just vehemently disagree with people boosting stats that already have high growth percentages, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So long story short, in my opinion, vitality is going to help every like professions. I think there's not a measurable difference between a 12 strength and a 10 strength. We'll see when mining comes out. I haven't noticed. I have good fishers. I have bad fishers. Like I haven't really realized the difference. Maybe have like one sick badass one. So I'm not over investing in like, oh, how do I become sick at doing quests that are released today? I'm trying to focus on the long game, maintain the long view, right? So if you invest in vitality early, it's going to grow your HP, which I haven't even looked at prior to today. Maybe I should. My character stats, but
yeah, that was a nugget from the Lost Annals 5. Was someone said to Hubert, does HP and MP grow based on your stat levels of, I believe was it wisdom vitality or wisdom intelligence? I thought it was wisdom intelligence.
Wisdom and intelligence help your mana points. So those are the other two that I would prioritize as well early, because you'll benefit from that every time you level if you invest in that early.
Or you could just buy a mana potion like me.
Have you?
Yeah, that was the first ever mana potion.
Do you know what you are still the only one, by the way? I believe.
I think so. Yeah. There's still another one that doesn't have a buyer, I think. The blinding one.
Yeah. Do you know the utility of that potion, or
absolutely not? Nope.
You were the first.
I'm the first.
Is that why you bought it? Was it just like, oh hey, potion, I'll buy that, or just because you didn't know what to do with your gold? Like,
I mean, it was like 200 bloaters, or I sold like 10% of the stuff that I'd gotten, so it wasn't that much. I don't know. In the back of my head, I started thinking, like, what if this is like a very low outcome, but what if like the first ones are more powerful than the ones that come after for some reason? Low probability, very low probability, just like Gen 0 type stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to, I don't know. I saw the 0 there on the circulating count for the longest time, and I was like, we got to change this. We got to boost this up.
That's awesome.
So,
Dangy, I want to point this out before we take the conversation further and show exactly what Hebe said. Someone said when heroes level up, HP and MP combat stat, both important for PvP, increase based on vitality or intelligence wisdom at level up. Do heroes that pump those stats at earlier levels have higher pools than heroes increase? He said, having those stats early will help. So this supports what Eric is saying about even if you don't have a gardener for wisdom and vitality, you don't have a forager, it may make sense to allocate some of your boosts to those stats. Because by the time you get to level 20 and you've been doing this the whole time, grinding the smallest edges, your HP could be higher than a hero of the same quality. I rest my case.
Is this another data point, an argument feathering the cap of why Paladin is OP and possibly a gardening Paladin is OP? Because wisdom and vitality are the stats for that profession that make it good, and it's going to grow fast.
Shoot it right into my veins, please.
And it's going to help you have high health points and mana points.
Well,
I might go on mute and like buy up the market of gardening knight and warriors while you guys keep talking.
these are the paladin stats. So we know they're good miners, right? Boom, boom. Vitality.
Hey Gump, can you shrink your browser a little bit?
You want me to shrink it?
Yeah. No, not that. Shrink your browser. Don't zoom out. So you can drag it. Yeah. No. Thank you. Keep going. Paladin.
Like he was saying, they're OP. Wisdom, 65%. That's probably top third in stat growth percentage for wisdom. Intelligence is the only place that it lacks. So if I have a paladin and I'm going to level up tonight, I'm giving my +1 to its intelligence. Just came to that conclusion.
Yeah, that's a good thing to think about. Are you maxing the things you're good at, or are you boosting the things that you're not as good at? Meaning, like, are you compounding your advantages, or are you trying to fill in and boost your weaker spots?
I think at some point there's going to be a time where we're going to wish that we had a hero that was balanced in everything. So say a land quest comes out and you're having to battle other heroes. If I've paid no attention to intelligence the whole time, I'm like, I suck at that. I'm a miner or a gardener. I don't need that. Why would I boost it? I'm probably going to get wrecked when it comes to a PvP or a land quest where someone else has been paying attention to it. Because my thought is these green ones, these are going to grow on their own organically at a higher rate than everyone else already, just based on this chart. Why should I not? I have a chance to give like a free boost to some stats. Why am I not picking the ones that my hero lacks in to try to get them to keep up? And then when I get to level 50, I have a hero that is good at everything. It's like, would you rather be amazing at one thing or really good at 8 things?
I think that's the debate, and folks in chat are very mad at you right now, Pump, because they're saying, well, they're saying the meta.
Why?
I know you did, but they're saying the meta will be they want you to
min-max
in one, min-max in 1 or 2 categories that synergize with each other. So why would you want even level hero? The example that they said was, in a lot of RPGs, you want a glass cannon where they're weak, but they're super powerful, so they can just one-shot dumb, weak pieces of junk heroes in PvP kind of thing. So instead of just a generalist.
The reason why I chose intelligence in this scenario is not only is the paladin weakest at it, but we just learned on the screen that I shared that helps your hit points, meaning how long can you last in a battle, how many hits can you take, increases faster based on that stat. Am I going to dedicate boost to luck for my paladin? Probably not. Very unlikely. Am I going to do agility? Sometimes, maybe. Dexterity, maybe. But you want to try to get, like, HP and MP are, I feel like, underrated just because we don't know what they do. So when there's a environment of uncertainty and I have information that I can boost those things faster, why am I not doing that?
Oh my God. Ori wants to take you back to the woodshed and have a discussion.
I mean, that's fine. I'm happy to have the discussion, but
the only thing I think about with that stuff is I remember specifically, I don't know if it's Dreamer or who, but on one of the AMAs or one of the side AMAs, I remember them talking about in the fighting or whatnot, think of yourself having your own small little guild where you've got your fighter, you've got your fisher, your master fisher, and your master forager, that those guys are going to, feed your fighter. They're going to find all the potions. They're going to find all the good stuff that boosts the hell out of that one fighter. They didn't really say that one fighter, but it was like you've got a group of people that are going to help you with that battle. It's just, I definitely like, and I hadn't seen the intelligence information that y'all brought up tonight. So that makes a lot of sense. It's just really, hopefully at this level where we're just doing the first level up, like we're not going to kill ourselves, right? We're not going to level up tonight and be like, oh, this hero is just trash. So, but it's good that we gather all of this information, obviously, and try to make the best decisions we can off of what we have.
I'm personally team Brindley here of just maximize your strength. Just imagine having the strongest paladin possible. Isn't that better than having, they're good at intelligence too? Isn't that better?
So I will agree with that statement because of what Bucket Sterling said. If that's the case, where you have a team and your priest being amazing in wisdom and intelligence can make up for my paladin's lack in those two things, then 100% I would just boost strength, endurance all day long. I would just crush those. I can't, the only reason why, and maybe I'm being middle IQ by saying I want to be balanced.
That's probably.
Is there's going to be opportunities to do things on your own as well that aren't team-based, where having a strong hero in all things could be valuable. So middle IQ would be you have two mythic paladins. One of them you maximize strength and endurance. The other one you balance. But I gotta say, Sterling, when you mentioned the team thing again, that made me rethink my strategy.
Yeah, maybe throw out like a human shield offensive line for your paladin to just fire long range shots with
in Nerd World. That's a tank, and I wonder what class is a tank in this scenario.
The paladin is a tank.
No. The Trojan horse. Like we need a
sacrificial lamb.
Yeah. Someone super high HP just stands in the way and eats the shots while your longsword Dread Knight deals
There'd be
damage.
A wizard, wouldn't it? I feel like it'd be a wizard. So what would be the defense? Warren.
Oh my God. Even Alex. Just dragging us.
It's going to be the middle round guy that can do everything, right? I think Gump's right. I think it's the wizard, right? That's pretty balanced at everything.
The priest is the most balanced.
Okay.
The wizard, well,
I'll do the thing again. Can we zoom out a little bit? When PvP, because we're now focused on PvP in this conversation, which is fine because as we've already discussed, a lot of our jewel is locked until July 2022. So we have a long time to discuss this. When PvP,
Q2 2022, it's in the white paper, bro.
Yeah. So we've got a ways to go before PvP. So here's what I'm thinking. I think Gump is wrong because what you're going to want is an aggregate of hyper-focused tunes, right? I need a tank, I need a DPS, and I need maybe a healer or a magic, whatever, that can just throw potions on people if we're talking about PvP world. So what does that mean? That means I just want I want to overpower my characters on what they're good at, not have a generalist per se. This is not questing. This is PvP strategy. If it's questing, then I kind of see how you'd want to go a little bit more broad, potentially, because it's harder to get the matches correct between professions and hero class, essentially. So those are currently at the premium. So maybe the discounts are on the purple or the purple, blue, or green stats. And then
that goes so deep. That goes so, like, we could go the deepest level of what stats you should boost to like brain breaking territory.
Yeah.
If you want.
I have bad news. My guy Warren, Brinley, some other people in the chat, they've broken their brains and they've come out the other side and they have a clear understanding of what to do. So I'm scared.
I think there's going to be some smart nerds that are going to release a really cool Medium article like a week after levels to be like, here's what you should have done a week ago instead of what you did do. Do this next time. So,
what a TLDR of the brain break would be: you level up your heroes and you allocate your boosts only for the purpose of breeding them later at level 5 or 10 or 15 to dump tiers into it to make a baby. So if I have a Dragoon, a mining Dragoon, and a mining Sage, right? What's that make? A Dread Knight, right?
Yeah.
And I want to maximize my Dread Knight based on the stat boost of the extra tiers at level 5, 10, 15, 20. They're like, give +1 to the highest stat of the summoning hero, give +1 to the secondary class of the hero. You could pick your boosts on your current heroes for the sole purpose of breeding them later and controlling the stats of the summoned child.
Yes. This we are completely in line with with Brinley.
That's deep.
Well, and it kicks the can down the road in a good way, in that all you should be doing with your good heroes, quote unquote, your advanced classes, your rares, legendaries, and your mythics, is level them up and just keep grinding them right now until we know more. And they're at level 5, and you can influence the outcome more, because by the time they're level 5, hopefully we know more information.
Yeah. I've been saying what Brinley is saying. I'm going to take a fucking victory lap. I've been saying that for how long? Month? 6 weeks? If you have a legendaries and mythics, save your summons. Have I abided by that personally? No, because I'm sick and I have an illness. I have addiction to summoning. I have a sex addiction, a digital sex addiction. So I don't abide by it. My mythic paladin I've not touched. She's virgin, she's clean, cherries intact. But when we get to level 5 or 10, it's gonna be tough.
Oh my God, Brinley.
Oh dear
nice.
Lord.
I thought I had a lot.
114.
I think we need to, let's take a palate cleanser. Hold on.
I need jewel price to go up. I can't take this anymore. Every day I'm checking price and it's dropping. Every day, check price, too low. I have overinvested by a lot. Can Gumpskol do something? Help!
That was a message for Brinley about overinvested by a lot. I am scared of 114 heroes.
114.
Are you questing with them all?
I was gonna.
I think Brinley is. They're a
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Grindors.
I'm speechless, which is not good for a stream or a show. So okay, so let's recap what we've gone over today so far. When patch notes, nobody knows.
Nobody knows, but
Eastern.
DFK General is lit.
Oh, we got moved.
Fuck right.
We got moved to a 1 minute cooldown.
Yeah, I just keep every minute. I just type when, and it is. I haven't gotten an answer yet.
You're going to get muted like Gumpskol there.
We were. I was thinking about that today. I was like, do you remember when we were getting quests and I was hammered and I kept doing when patch and I got muted for it? And now people can say when patch all day long. No one gets muted. But yeah, it was 30. It was 20 seconds.
You're too early.
Then 40 seconds, and now we're on a minute cooldown in the DFK chat.
I love it. I love that the chat's this frothy because it was a very chill, calm chat for the longest time, and now they can't wait for. It's a significant update, but like, it's not gigantic. It's not life changing as far as the update goes. I don't think. Okay,
it's pretty life changing. Dangy, this is when we get to shape our heroes into what we want them to be as they grow older. This is like your kid's first birthday party. And it's like the start of their life. I mean, I don't know, man.
It's hard sometimes to separate bit from reality. So I'm gonna go back to Buckets and Sterling because his people liked Gump's voice. I think Buckets and Sterling's voice is just destroying Gump. So Buckets, please tell me that the decision I'm making later tonight when I level my heroes is not gonna ruin my life. please coach me up.
You will be fine, Dangy. You will be fine.
Okay, that was scary.
I mean, I wish this patch would have happened a long time ago. Obviously, this isn't as big of a deal as like the wishing well. When the wishing well opened, and I got 1 billion tiers and sold those quickly and kind of up my bankroll to help me with my heroes. But I mean, it's a super exciting part to the game. Obviously, something new. That's the great thing about this team. It seems like they put out something new every week that kind of gets us hooked back in. We have those days where there's not much in the Discord and we're like, the price go down a little bit. And then we get these little AMAs that get us excited. The avalanche gets us excited. So it's going to be a good day. I'm trying to decide if I want to level up my 20 heroes at midnight tonight. I don't know if I'm going to be as excited to do that, honestly. But when the kids are in daycare tomorrow, yes, for sure.
So that's what I'm wondering. Like, is there really going to be a rush to level them, or is it just pure excitement? Gump thinks there's a rush.
Porque no los dos.
Do you want to miss the opportunity to have the highest level XP hero in a game that has 300 million of liquidity locked in it because you're tired and want to go to sleep, or because you're grinding over making the right decision or not? I don't know. That's your choice, I suppose.
Couldn't be me. Imagine Imagine going to sleep without leveling up your hero that's been cucked at 2000 XP for 4 fucking days. Imagine it.
That's a good point.
I can't. I mean,
Yeah.
I made this. I went out and bought I found a rock in my yard and I made a rune out of my own hands with a Sharpie and a drill and string because I'm so excited to level up my heroes.
I think Ori's got a good TLDR for those of you overwhelmed by the fact that you have decisions to make. I think that I agree with this. If your hero, think of the quest or profession that your hero is naturally aligned with, choose those stats, and then also choose vitality or intelligence, one of the things that help mana or health points. That's where I would focus.
Doesn't intelligence help those things?
Yeah, intelligence less than I just clicked off the white.
Yeah, paper. And I got dragged for that earlier, saying I was going to allocate a boost to intelligence.
But it's in what context? It was on a paladin, which they suck at intelligence. So just, I think it's play to your strengths is what you should do. You should play to your hero's strengths.
So if I said I'm going to give my guaranteed +1 on my paladin, my guaranteed +1 to intelligence, because it's trash at it, but we know it helps hit points. And then my 50% chance boost, I'll give to strength and endurance. Is that fair?
I don't think so. I would go wisdom over intelligence for the pally.
Okay, so my +1 to wisdom. Okay, my +1 to something that it's not already good at, and then my 50% to strength and endurance. Is that fair?
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like wisdom. I would probably do vitality, and then one of strength or endurance, and you can alternate, each level or whatever. I don't know how often we're leveling, right? Is it once a week, twice a week, or every 2 weeks? We'll see.
This is a really good question.
I agree.
On the screen. We don't know, but I doubt it. What Alex is asking is the way the level up works is it takes all your primaries, rolls the dice, levels them up. Secondaries, rolls the dice, levels them up. Your boosts that you pick, rolls the dice, levels them up. What Alex is asking is, do we get to see the first 2 rolls before we get a bet on the last 2 rolls? My guess is that you'll have to place your bet before any dice hit the table, if that makes sense. That's my prediction. Does anyone think otherwise?
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, I would agree.
Hopefully they have a good way to visualize like what you actually did get boosted.
I was thinking about that because I'm like, do I need to take screenshots before and after and put them side by side?
Imagine having 114 heroes.
Okay, that's a good point,
cannot.
Eric. Brindley, there is no fucking chance in this planet that you're leveling up every single one of your 114 heroes, as you said before. There is just no way. You do not have the time, the runes. No, there's no chance. You can't do that. There's no way.
I have not seen anybody in the Discord just hammering win scholarships, so I haven't found Brindley's account yet because I'm assuming that's all that Brindley just throws into the Discord of I need help, please help, please help me, dear God, with these 114 tunes.
I hope somebody sees that post, Eric. Posting the link in the general Discord, it just gets,
buried. I'm trying to shill the YouTube video that Dangy's probably trying to land the plane on, and I'm just shooting the link out for people to get excited and come join the chat.
Well, I was hoping to have the patch by now because that would carry us through. Oh my God, Brinley's opening up their book. Brinley posts their Kingdom Watch.
Oh, where?
I up in the chat. Brinley, could you post that again, please? The guys are fraught.
Never scroll up.
No, I'm not doubting, Brinley, that you have 114 heroes. I'm sure that you do, but there's just no way you have the to level up 114 heroes and quest them every day and get to God bless you if you do. I mean, hats off. But good Lord, can you guys imagine 114 heroes?
No.
I have 25 and I feel
I struggle with 40.
I was gonna say overwhelmed, but I disagree with being overwhelmed by DeFi Kingdoms because
you wouldn't be able to max quest just because of the delay, right? Just because of the time it takes to quest all those people. You get maybe two full 25s a day.
Built up.
Yep.
It happens, but it's very easy to snowball with the summoning. Very easy.
Oh, so I was really hoping we had the patch notes because I honestly don't know where we want to take this conversation any further.
We don't.
Because what else is there to talk about until it's win patch? We can talk further expansion because we know Avalanche is coming Q1. We know that this is where I'm a little confused. We've talked about getting land, and getting land will literally be PvP in some cases, right? So do we know if that's new land or is that taking somebody's land?
No. Once the land is yours, it's yours. It's Frisky said this on the AMA, and I thought this was huge. They gave away 50 plots in a raffle or 25. So there's going to be 900 plus plots of land for purchase. Let's say they're 10,000 jewel. He said it'd be multiples of the Gen 0 heroes. Just say 10K. There will be quests that you go on and compete against other users, real people, their heroes, to earn the right to buy land. And his big thing, the biggest takeaway that I got, because it was and I made the Spanish guy laughing meme. Did you watch that, Dangy?
No.
You didn't? Okay, I'm going to send it to you, and we got to play it. Somebody complained, again, are the whales going to get all the land? Because newsflash for everyone, Brinley, you can't disagree with this. Because you disagree with everything else I've said, but you can't disagree with this. Land is a print fest. I'm a landowner too, not kidding. You're not, because there's no plots of land out right now. Can't be. Unless this is Frisky's burner, you cannot own a plot of land right now.
Wait, what about the 50 that they gave away?
Did they give them away already? Did they announce the winners?
They gave them away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's
people that had 5K X jewel. They know if they won land.
Brinley, if you won, I apologize. God damn it, Brinley.
Why are you here, Brinley? You know
Brinley's rich.
Why you know everything about this already?
Okay.
God damn it.
Join our deal, Brinley.
In the AMA, Frisky said when someone's like, can the poor still do the land even though the poor can't afford the land? He said you can sell the right to buy the land. That's huge for us because that keeps people with, say they only have 1,000 jewel or 500 jewel, but they have a really good hero because they got lucky summoning. They can compete for the land. They'll be engaged and want to spend money and try to get the land. Say they don't want to spend 10,000 jewel on the land. They can sell the right to the land. I thought that was one of my favorite things that he has said in an AMA so far. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox now. Fuck. Brinley, I'm so glad that you're watching us babble, but fuck you. Getting fucking land. I mean,
he at least said this is advanced discussion, so pat on her back.
I love Brinley. Brinley, we might need to get Brinley on the show someday.
Buckets, we literally pulled up the white paper, my friend, and people were like, "Yeah, white paper, yeah." That's where we are. If you try to sell your land, let us know. If you're still trying to sell, we can talk about that. Also, feel free to hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button down below. Come hang out with us. We will likely do this most Wednesdays, if not all Wednesdays, just because DeFi Kingdoms, we Gump and I did it on a lark to start, and then it's taken off as far as interest and desire for people to come hang out. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself, and I think other people are, obviously. So if we have questions in the chat, let us know. I think we'll enter the Q&A portion of the show now, just because we could just scream win patch at you if you would like. I don't know. Gump has a topic.
I'm curious to know, Brindley, what kind of offers, serious offers, were you getting for your plot of land, if any?
Don't do that here.
Is this
Why?
the first show in history where the Q&A, the audience Q&A, is the host asking the chat question? Like the person Anon in the chat is like the featured guest that we're asking for. Please type your response to the questions. Making history.
That stings, Brindley. Like, oh, you'll get one. You'll get it eventually. There's a question for Brindley. How many eggs, Brindley? How many eggs?
Baloo. He needs to sell some of his eggs.
You got 3 eggs, right?
Yes.
Blue?
He has 3 fucking eggs.
Yeah.
They're all blue eggs too? I don't know. It's crazy.
There has to be some hero RNG in the egg.
Brindley's got 114 heroes with 0 eggs. So RNG gods.
Down bad.
Down bad indeed. So, okay. We are in the, I'd say, extreme deep end of this game. And I'm personally debating, do I want to get deeper into this deep end and understand what the hell Pump, Eric, and Ori are talking about, and mostly what Buckets is talking about? Do I want to really do that? Or am I comfy kind of sitting where I am, getting my ridiculous APY in the liquidity pools? It's
APR. It's APR until you claim it and compound it, then it's APY, right?
APR does not take into account compounding. APY does take into account compounding.
I understand. And that would also include locked plus unlocked jewel. Worm, I never thought we would say that, but okay. Worm wants to go deeper. Jesus Christ. Maybe I'll read the white paper tomorrow.
You haven't read it?
Again, it's like Ori studies it over and over, and I need to get on Ori's level.
You haven't read the white paper?
Did you pop over yet? I don't know.
No,
I don't think so.
It's tomorrow morning. Okay, here's some possible topics. Pool allocations, gardening and mining reward speculations. Crystal Veil.
Could you remind the good folks how many miners, as we know it now, and it's subject to change because we had a change when the first quests were launched? What's the max amount of miners you'll be able to run in a day, and the same with gardeners?
Okay. Previously, so when they came out with foraging and fishing, none of us, I don't think, gave a shit about professions because they said it's a 10% bonus to your rewards. Like, Then Hubert, love you, Hubert. If you're watching, you're not, but love you anyway. They changed it so that professions had more importance and that you took less stamina to do a quest, meaning you could run it more times, get more XP, level up more, etc., etc., etc. Mining and gardening. I believe that if you have a miner, so today it says you consume 1 stamina per 10 minutes. So on the surface, that's 250 minutes. What's that? Almost 4 hours? 4 hours,
4
10
hours
minutes?
and a few minutes, yeah.
That was supposed to be for all heroes of any profession. I think they're going to do something similar where they say look, if you have a miner, it consumes 1 stamina every 7 minutes. Or, sorry, every 10 minutes. And if it's a non-miner, it's 1 every 7. So you have to swap them out faster. So let's say you have 5 miners. You could run a miner all day long because you can only put one. It's not going to be the queue system. So today we all go into forage and fish and we click, 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 click. That's 6. All right, you can queue them up. They've already said this. This was in Lost Annals 5. You cannot queue miners. You have to start it, and you can stop it at any time without canceling it. Like you can say, I'm done, give me my rewards, I want to move on. Say you want to run it the whole time. When it's done, you hit claim, and you start your next one. There is no queue. What's that good for? The grindors. The grindors love that system because we have alarms every 4 hours that say, grindor, set your new miner, grindor, set your new miner. And I believe it's going to be the same with gardening, where you cannot queue your heroes. Does anyone have an understanding that's different than that?
No, I think it was the same idea where you had a set number of minutes per stamina for gardening and mining. So it's the same kind of concept, which makes sense as to why they'd release them similarly from a development standpoint, because you're doing the same code, you're just writing a different number of delay or whatever for the stamina. The next gigantic question that I have is, will it be worth it for me to set an alarm for every 4 hours to mine? Which means, and I know, Pump, I know the answer is likely no, and the answer is no because we need the game to keep going.
No. The answer is the answer is fucking absolutely yes. Yes. If you have to get up for 5 minutes to put $40 in your pocket, you wouldn't do that every day. You would not do that. None of us, maybe Buckets Sterling as an exception, none of us are too rich to get up for 5 minutes for $40 every day. None of us.
That's a fair point. Nobody dump on us. No one dump on our heads, please. Just everyone, just be nice, be kind, be slow. Don't dump on us. Okay.
Nobody's dumping. Everyone's rewards are 70+% locked, and they have every incentive to grow the game and keep entering more exit liquidity, so that we can all peacefully take our profits in a few months or years. Like there's no benefit to, like, you can't leave the game now. Like everything here's like tokenomics wise, the team, I mean, there's like 30 people on the team. Org chart is sick, but tokenomics wise, everything that they're creating going forward is to offset, like there's a fixed total supply of Jewel over time, and there's a schedule for it, and they're creating Jewel sync. Summoning is a Jewel sync, right? Everything is with the intent. They don't want Jewel price to go down as supply goes up. They're trying to find ways, like everyone is addicted to in-game activity with the in-game token. So there's a chance, and I hope that Jewel price continues to go up even as you get more of it, because Jewel is actually used in the game. For every meaningful activity requires Jewel.
And the game is addicting as fuck.
Every time Dreamer talks, and he talks about something new, something current, he talks about how it relates to Jewel and how it's going to make Jewel price go up.
Yep. Hey, Dangy, can we address the multi-walding question? Because I want to just American Sniper
squash
it. To the, I want American Sniper that brain on the wall.
Yeah,
why?
Please.
Can you pull it up? Okay, so Brinley's wondering, if we can only run one miner at a time for 4 hours, why wouldn't I just create multiple wallets so then I could run more miners every single day? Wow. Novel concept. Really is. Here's the problem. Hubert, has already said there's going to be threshold limits to how much Joule you can unlock per day. So if I, Gumpskol, have 100 lock Joule, I'm a poor, I have 100 lock Joule, and Eric has 10,000 lock Joule, right?
Hypothetically.
We cannot unlock the same amount every day based on what Hubert has said. There are threshold limits. So if I have 100 lock Joule, my max per day might be 0.1 or 0.5 Joule, where Eric's max per day on one wallet might be 20 Joule because he has more lock Joule to unlock. It's based on how big is your pile. And they're doing that for a very specific reason. Everything they've done has disincentivized multi-walleting. Look at the land raffle, Brinley. You should know this because you won, apparently, land, right? If you have Joule, X Joule in the bank, if you have 1,000, it's 1 entry. 3,000, it's like 5 entries. And 5,000 is 10 entries. It's exponential growth to incentivize you to put it all in one wallet. Fox, our Lord and Savior, is not dumb. He does not want you to have 10 wallets where you're questing. So no, you do not want to. And gardening is based on how much of the pool that you have. So you're going to get the same return whether it's in one wallet or 2 wallets. You have 0.1% of the pool in one wallet or 0.05% in 2 wallets. You're going to get the same thing no matter what. So no, Brinley, do not multi-wallet.
Yes, Brinley, do multi-wallet. Pull up his next comment because for sure. I think you for gardening, I agree. It's percent based, so it doesn't matter if you have 0.5% in 2 wallets versus 1% in 1 wallet. It's fine. In theory, and I haven't acted on this, but I've thought about it. Take all of your liquidity, pull it, move it to a new wallet, and just start hyper compounding, rack up all, assuming you're above a threshold, and this doesn't speak to the entire audience, but let's say you have a lot of skin in the game and you have a lot in the gardens, pull it all, move it to another wallet, and start building a locked balance that you can tap into on 2 wallets, on 3 wallets, and 4 wallets if you can afford it. Keep your bank in one because you're incentivized to do so. But if you're even if you have 1 million locked jewels, you won't be able to unlock more than, I don't know, 10 a day, 20 a day. So why would you hit against that hard cap versus spreading?
Yeah, so easy. It's a bankroll decision, right? If you have 500,000 US dollars of Joule, then multi-wallet. I am speaking to the 99.99% of DFK users that the thresholds are not going to make a difference. In fact, it could hurt them if they multi-wallet.
Yeah.
If you put in, if you bridge 2 ETH, don't do 1 ETH and 1 ETH. That's not going to help you. It may hurt you. If you bridged over 100 ETH, then yes, knock yourself out. It probably will pay off to multi-wallet. Brinley, 114 heroes, land, probably playing in a different league than most of us are.
Yeah.
So for that type of user, it makes sense to multi-wallet.
I haven't heard anything about like the gold mining. I guess that would be the other, it's not percentage based, right? So that's the only caveat that I would think. But I'm sure, they're thinking 20 steps ahead. There's going to be another reason why you won't want to do that, most likely, or it won't be that advantageous to do it.
Do we want to talk about gold just as a holistic perspective? Because I think it's interesting.
I don't know of any reason to, because I don't know anything about it. So I'd be curious to hear what the grindors know about gold.
Gold is the secondary currency on DeFi Kingdoms, right? So at some point, all the jewels can be unlocked. It'll all be in circulation. So the main way you will transact, besides summoning and leveling up, will be in gold. And that's why they've introduced this mechanic into the game. Today, we can sell our fishing and foraging finds for gold. There's a liquidity pool for it. It has a decent amount of liquidity as well. But I think where we're all stuck is we can sell our finds, our hauls for gold, and then trade those for jewel on the market. But we don't know yet what to sell and what to hold for possible potions, crafting, that kind of thing. How are you all, Sterling, Eric, Dangy? I know you probably haven't even looked at it, handling the gold sales.
Yeah, I haven't touched mine except for selling a bit to get that one mana potion just for fun. I think just because there's so much up in the air, we have no idea what the different things that we get. We know, how much liquidity there is in them. We know what the supply is. So we know which ones are more rare. But we don't really know how they're going to be used. Hopefully we get that possibly tonight. At least get some insight into what those items are going to be used for, and hopefully give them, more value than what they have currently, because the market is just guessing currently on what they're going to be used for, how actually valuable they are. So yeah, I haven't touched any gold except for selling a few things to buy that one potion.
As far as the price action goes, I bought some gold early, or no, I kept selling gold, and I bought some Shivas early, because there wasn't a sink for either of them. So price is gonna go down until there's a sink for the gold, then it'll go back up. So buckets, you're I think buying right now is a fine play for the potion, but there's no reason to buy the potion, so people aren't buying the potions. People aren't spending gold, so people aren't buying gold. So once that flywheel is running, then I think gold price is going to go up. As far as there's a reason to have it,
think gold price is going to go up.
That's my guess, because there's no why would you burn gold right now? There's no reason to burn it, right?
Why would you hold? Well, why would you hold gold? You're printing, jewel is it seems infinite, but it's finite. Gold, as far as I know, is an infinite resource. People were providing liquidity for gold at 10 cents, and now it's at 3 cents. Fun fact, I'm looking at the deck screener. For Harmony, the number one traded asset in the last 24 hours by a lot, number of transactions, is gold and jewel. The gold jewel pair has 11,000 transactions in the last 24 hours. The next most common is the jewel one. So it's just dominating. People are buying and selling gold for jewel. So I think a lot of people, if you're trying to realize profits from your quests, right? If you join the game and you watch a YouTube video and you're like, oh shoot, I've been providing liquidity, this is DeFi, this is cool, but the heroes, the hero price was 40 or 50 jewel. I bought a hero $400. I take it questing 3 times a day. I get these fish that I don't know what to do with. I sell them for gold. I sell the gold for jewel, and now I've realized a profit. And you might be able to pay off your hero in a week, in a month. I don't know. So I, in my opinion, I think gold price is only going to go down forever. It may find an equilibrium where there's enough valuable reasons to spend the gold in the game. But right now, until we've been proven that the gold, the resources you're buying with gold are unknown, their utility. So people seem to just be selling gold for jewel. And I don't see a stop to that in the short to medium term.
But I guess that's my point, is when is there going to be a gold sink? Or is there going to be one?
There's going to be
know.
one.
I mean, I'm sure there will be one. But until I have it, like, if it's meaningful to your bankroll, liquidate your bloaters, get gold, flip it to Jewel, because gold
100%.
price is only going down, in my opinion. But if you're not hurting for liquidity, hang on to your bloaters, because I don't know. You can always convert, like, the guy with the trench coat with his like bag, that like his trench coat of potions. What's his name?
Zada.
One of you knows.
Zada.
As far as I know, his prices won't change. So you can convert your bloater for gold in a week, in a month, and get a fixed price. So I'm not like day one, I was like flipping all this stuff for gold into Jewel, and I got 20 jewels, and I felt like this is awesome. I'll do this forever. Now I'm kind of holding on.
But if there's no utility for gold today, and it can only go up, how do we not argue that price?
Eric's not saying that. He's saying that there's infinite gold. So therefore price is going to go down.
Well, gold is burnt when it is spent. When you buy something from Zada, so say there's a stamina potion that automatically replenishes all your stamina. So if you're in a race to level up your hero as fast as you can, you quest it, claim it, buy your potion for gold, give it to the thing, your hero, quest it again. That's going to burn, and gold is burnt. Confirmed. Gold is burnt. Won't that reduce the supply faster than it's coming in?
We haven't seen that with tiers.
But tiers, there's only one use case for, and that's summoning, right? Gold
has no use case.
Right now, no.
Right now.
Other than buying stuff like Sterling Buckets did to be the first person to own a potion, which he may not be able to use for 3 months. But to buy gold today
in the liquidity pool, nice Canadians, that seems
probably
Jewel
translating
gold to Jewel to buy gold.
I see.
50,000.
Yeah, we could do another segment on eggs another day, but I think if you buy gold today, you probably won't see a return on it for a few months. But I would bet if you said, Pump, in the next 3 months, will there be a point in time where gold is 2x the price it is today? I would bet on the yes at even money.
Booked. Over under 3 cents. And pick a date.
Oh no, 3. I said 2x. So what's that? I'd say 6 cents per gold.
Eric's gonna smash that even further.
Yeah.
3 months. That'd be December, January. I would say
pick a date.
March 1st.
Jewel, can we do Jewel versus gold?
Jewel gold?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because if like
isn't
Jewel
that what
goes,
the pool is? Right now?
But 3 cents is like the USD translation. I mean, if Jewel and all the in-game currencies appreciate 10x, then like in gold is 30 cents. I want to comparatively. Ooh, that's fine. We'll name
he wants to back down now.
No.
Okay.
But that's my point. That is Brinley's the Brin bomb is my point. I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah.
And they have so many levers to pull. And Ori earlier said, you deal with the information you have in hand, which is totally right and correct advice, which helps me because I'm just paralyzed with like, what's going to happen next? It's very stupid for me to not very stupid. That's where my current head is, but just deal with what I have in front of me. Speaking of what I have in front of me, Gump told me to play this.
Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme la chancla y el bañador. Voy a la playa, había subido la marea. Y la encontré porque estaba la ballena agarrada metida entre las piedras de Chipiona, de Faro. Y cuando entro en el restaurante me ve el cocinero con una ballena y adentro la vende ballena. ¡Asómate, mira dónde llega el agua! Llegaba el agua hasta el restaurante. Había subido la marea. ¿Y tú? ¡Ay, qué hacemos ahora! Con los dos sacos de arroz.
Oh man!
Somehow I've never seen that meme before in video.
Ever in your life?
Never in my life.
I spent a good hour on that, and I only got a minute into the subtitles. That video goes for 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and I kept trying to write the script for it.
Was that harder than writing a Hard Rock Nick
Oh
script
yeah,
and getting it down to 250 characters?
Yeah, because you have to play it there's a pre-made template, and you have to press play every time to see what the guy does, and then write something that correlates with his actions and laughter.
That's awesome.
I'm so sick of the AMA questions being just atrocious. But, yeah. That was good.
Ori is a good point. Not related to the meme, but we're gonna have buffs. We're gonna have nerfs. We're just really frothy as far as like I can start putting my imprint on these heroes. I've been watching them and seeing them and using them as my avatar and my PFP in some spots, and I'm just very excited about that. So, what are we gonna do, guys? No patch, or no patch, no communication, which I haven't tracked patch nights this closely before. Are we typically given communication before now?
No.
Only if there's no patch.
But they put out, they put out that announcement that had their timeline for things. So
yeah,
that made it kind of set in stone. If they were going to bail on us tonight, I feel like they would have told us already.
I agree. I totally agree. We will get a patch tonight, and I'm staying up until it comes out.
Grinding all your heroes.
And I'm going to meditate all night long with my rune.
How many do you have, Gump, ready to go?
I think 12.
Yeah.
Right now. Maybe 15, but
and how many
I don't know
runes?
if I'm... I only have 10 runes because I've been selling them off because I thought, 10 jewel for a rune is tough to pass up, even if the price goes up. I'm middle IQing it. If I'm wrong and the price goes up, I'll be fine. If it goes down, I'll be glad I did it. So, I don't want to be a USD maxi here, but $70 for something you found on a quest just to turn it in and then put it in the bank is tough to turn down right now if I have enough for myself.
But the compounding, I guess if you have enough for yourself, that kind of messed with my point, because the compounding of leveling now, it can flywheel pretty quick for you as long as you have enough runes to keep leveling that guy or that hero.
Yeah.
And that hero is a good hero, because a level 5
Right.
paladin is going to be great, obviously. So, but who cares if it's an unmatched profession to your wizard,
right,
or pirate? Who cares?
And I don't plan. If it comes out in 5 minutes, I'll burn all my runes, but I will not level up the common night fisher tonight. And I'll think about it until I have a surplus of runes. And I'm like, I don't know how to spend all these, like tiers, right? I've never ran out of tiers.
I have in the early days.
In the early days, yes. But in the last week, have you ever ran out of tiers? No. So if runes become like that, then I made a bad bet. If they're still scarce going forward, then you'll have to decide, do I want to spend a rune or 2 runes to level up this shitty hero that I have when I could wait another day and spend it on my mythic whatever. So I'm definitely middle IQing the rune market right now.
I'll definitely do one of my worst heroes just to make sure I understand what's going on with it first.
Yeah. Ooh, the test bridge.
Yeah, test bridge, 1 hero. So, and then I'll focus. But I've got a few extra runes to spare, I think, for how many guys I've got ready to go. So I was hoping price might go up a little bit, but we'll see. I don't know. First night when I was waiting for liquidity, what were they? Like
6?
2?
Yeah.
2.
And I don't know if it got down to 2, but yeah, 5 or 6 makes sense.
They were
2.
We were increasing slippage and there was not enough. It was insufficient liquidity or something like that.
You had to wait for the button to turn green. Click it.
I thought it was 2 down there.
No, those were 4, 5, 6. They got down to 3 at one point the next day. But then I think as soon as Raspberry put out the drop rates, the prices went back up again.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of miners and gardeners. So if I just went off of how many I got, I probably wouldn't quite have enough. It'd be close, but yeah, I definitely had bought a few when they were lower in price. But I bought a few, I think probably 8.5 or so too. So yeah,
3.5 was the lowest that Murica FPV saw.
I think in the short term, they're going to stay where they're at. There's always a human overreaction to something, right? The meditation circle comes out in an hour. I hope. Anyone with 2,000 XP heroes is going to level it up. It's just human nature. There are not that many runes available in circulation. There's just not. Yeah. So people will go like we did. I have bought tiers. We've all bought tiers. Eric, you bought tiers, haven't you?
Thousands,
Sterling,
probably, yeah.
Sterling, you've bought tiers.
Many a tiers.
Right. Back in the day, I have paid 2 jewel per tier in my life. I'm ashamed to say that, but I have.
Oh, sure.
That will be what we experience with the runes, at least for the next couple days, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Babs is watching the show. It's 11 p.m. He has 3 kids. He's sick. He's too sick to come on the show. He's just trying to flex his runes in the chat. I mean,
West Coast.
That guy.
Fun deck screener facts. Rune Jewel is the 44th most transacted pair, 43rd now, in the last day on Harmony. I don't know if that means Harmony is just like dust or DeFi Kingdoms is a powerhouse, or like probably a combination of both.
Yeah.
There's been 1,200 Rune Jewel transactions the last 24 hours.
Does it say what supply is for the rune? Because I didn't see the Explorer update that anytime.
69K liquidity and at $59. So like, does that mean 10,000? No, 1,000?
That's in the liquidity pool.
That's in the liquidity pool.
But
that's
buckets, yeah, the Harmony Explorer is so bad.
Yeah.
It's the same number. It's the same number as it was yesterday. Yeah, and mine still says 13,900. So it's like,
but there's like 1,200 in the liquidity pool.
Runes, right?
In the liquidity pool. I don't know if it's gonna, but that influences the price more than the immediate, like the overall supply, right?
Yeah.
If like a couple of prominent Twitter shit posters are like, oh my god, leveling is sick, you gotta like go buy some runes now. 1,200 runes goes like, that.
Yep.
There's 1,200 runes in the liquidity pool. There's been 1,200 transactions in the last day of Rune Jewel.
Yeah, Harmony Explorers had it at like 16,000 for the last 3 days, I'd say, something like that.
Yep.
So
Mine's been at 13,000 for 3 days. Yeah. Someone was complaining about the Harmony Explorer in DFK today, and as a no tax maxi, I said, what is the IRS going to look at if they can only go back 100 transactions and it doesn't even update? What are they going to find?
One
Claiming
sentence
Jewel,
from Rune to IRS. Like, this guy's a magician. That was an incredible segue.
Claiming Jewel is a taxable event. One of our favorite DeFi YouTubers says, I'm not going to claim till January because it's a taxable event. Dude, what are they going to look? A, it's not functional. The Harmony Explorer is terrible. You can't even read it. It doesn't even tell you what's transferred and what's not transferred unless it's in one. Even if they looked at it, it only goes back 100 transactions. It then stops. You cannot look. If I wanted to see what I did 3 days ago, I couldn't find it. Could not find it. So I said, they're complaining. They're like, well, I can't see in the Harmony Explorer. This is bullshit. I said, the IRS agrees with you because they can't find it.
The good and bad of that is a while ago I went looking like, oh, how much did I invest and when? And all I have is how much I bridged. I have no idea.
Yeah, you have the bridge amounts. Yeah, that's all you've got.
Well, I wanted to verify them because they looked very high.
I have not done that analysis, and I'd be scared to.
No, never look back. This is a forward-looking show.
I'm scared. I'm gonna go do it right now and see what.
Gump. Here's the thing. We went in at basically the same time. Number go up. We're okay.
Oh, we're fine. We're gold.
No need to worry. No need to worry. I don't know. How do we kill time? I'd be interested to kill time until this patch because I'm a masochist, or I want to end the stream and go to sleep immediately.
You don't want to see Goon, do you?
Oh yeah, sex.
I forgot about that. I do want to see that, Buckets. I forgot. Thank you for reminding me.
Sexist Buckets.
Yeah, who do you got?
Got a Pally DK.
Ooh, baby.
Gooner time.
I know you had a Sage. Have you had a Goon?
It's the opposite. I've had a Goon, not a Sage.
Okay.
Yes.
That I was undercutting you on.
Yes. So, I don't know. That Goon's gone. It wasn't of Ori's liking. So, that was added to the jewel stash for a little while.
Are we taking sex advice from Ori now?
I don't know. I told him the other day in chat, I was like, some days I really like you, and some days I've had enough of you, Ori. I'm sorry.
I think it goes for anybody though. That's not about Ori. By the way, update on Epoch. We're about 12 hours away from the next Epoch.
I'm gonna go withdraw some jewel, and I can do some sex as well.
Yeah.
You people are insatiable. I'm gonna go deposit some jewel.
You don't have any in the bank?
I have plenty in the bank. I'm gonna go I sold some heroes. I'm gonna go deposit that in the bank.
No, keep it in sex.
I'm gonna go deposit it in the bank.
I've got to get off of. Do I have to take it off cam to be able to share my screen, or can you?
No, I can pull you up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Look at that.
We turn the music on, maybe. You hit that, or I don't know.
All right. So here we are. You can see my my mana veil for ready to go for 3 months from now. So I'm ready. All right, let's portal it. There we go. Druid. Add. So we're gonna filter set Pally. Make mine screen bigger because I can't see. So here's one.
Garden music is the GOAT still, by the way.
This is
pretty good too. That's a keeper.
This is one of my first ones that I was. I don't know if I summoned it actually or not. It might have been my first summon Pally, but
flip it.
Go to hero details.
Boost, sir.
Ooh.
Real nice, Clark. All right, so
my God,
the Pally. Oh, so here's the DK. Let's see, the minor. So hoping to fall back on, like, even if it doesn't hit the nuts, then a minor Pally would be nice.
So you've got 3 summons left on this guy?
Yeah, I've got 3. Yep. So I've done it decent at keeping. This is another one that I summoned, luckily.
How many paladins and DKs do you? My God.
A few. This is my first legiondary. So
save that one. Save save those.
Yeah, it's a forager, so
that's fine.
It's okay.
Aren't they good at foraging, Dark Knights?
Yeah, they are. I'm just saying because it's a legendary to save the summon.
Oh yeah.
No question.
For level 5, 10 up.
Yeah, and there's the foraging. Foraging, not ideal paladin, but
we're just trying Dragoner here.
Buckets, so, if you hear a wrench behind you, it's because they want your paladins.
Ooh. Come and get them. Come and get them. Since everybody said they're OP now. So 1, 2, 1, 3, not ideal, but when you're summoning in advance, it doesn't really matter as much, right?
No.
Yep.
Making an asymmetric bet.
Go and confirm this.
We want the staff, right? The staff with the white top. That's the goon. Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So for the summoning, the virgins, the no sexers, we are trying to make the elite class dragoon, and we want to see this guy come up here, or gal, with a white staff with a white top.
So I've gotten previously my first summon, I got a DK, which was decent, and the next one I got a pirate. So the recessives, but it was a rare and it was a minor, so it's not terrible. So let's open this and hope for the best.
I just wrote down your seed phrase, so thank you for that.
We changed languages for you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I'm just kidding. We cannot actually see it. Oh, Big Suck! Big Suck is back.
Welcome back, Big Suck.
Welcome back, Big Suck. Oh, goon!
Yeah,
it's a goon. It's a goon. Let's go, baby. Come on. Okay. Hold on. Wait.
All right, let's see.
Orange or purple? Orange or purple? Or blue?
Big Suck's balls.
Zoom in a little bit.
Feeling.
Oh, come on, baby.
Oh.
You ready for it?
Yep.
Are you ready? Oh.
Woo! Woo!
Don't wake up the kids.
Woo! That is a fucking good summon, Buckets. Flipper around.
That's incredible.
I was worried that match wasn't worth much just because it
Crystal Willow Blossoms.
That's my best summon so far. You ready to see her behind?
Yes.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just flip it.
Blue
Gardening.
Wisdom, Gardener. That's.
Are goons good at gardening? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Goons are good at everything, aren't they?
Yeah.
Hot damn. That is
unreal.
That is probably the best on stream summon we have had.
There's a rare dragoon for 645 jewel that has 1 summon remaining. The next lowest listed is for 2,000 jewel with 0 summons remaining. And there's one for 3,000 that has 3 summons. So I don't know. You're looking at.
Remember, here, do the flip buckets. For
Let me
me,
go.
for me,
82nd percentile.
for me, it's a
Hero
gardener
details.
with the blue wisdom. Like, you can't, I know it's a small percent boost, but wisdom, vitality, gardening, to have the blue boost be on one of your profession stats,
Yeah.
I think people pay, even if it's small, a premium for that on the secondary market.
For sure. For sure.
FMK, I am emming.
Yeah. She's gonna
Right?
wait it out for a while. We gotta get her up to 2,000 here. It's gonna take a little
Man.
time.
Yeah.
Woo!
We need gardening to come out, and that'll help her out a little bit. But
Congratulations, Buckets.
That's
a big
big,
hit.
dude. That's a huge hit.
I would say that's somewhere between 700 and 1,200 joules value.
I mean,
Couple ETH.
7.
Right?
it's no mythic tally, but
This is how Brinley gets up to 114 heroes. Just now, well, now I need this. And now I need that. I like it. Wow.
Yeah.
So advice here. So obviously I've run the gamut. Like I've gotten the goon once. I've gotten a pirate. I've gotten a DK that was uncommon, not bad. How far are we summoning this guy? This pair.
The parents that have 2 summons left.
Yep. They're going to give me a baby with 1, possible goon with 1, obviously. The summon right there was 70 joule, I think.
Yeah. My financial advice would be to stop or to sell them.
I'd sell them.
Because what is it? Is it 10, 12, 15% chance to upgrade your advanced into elite? Something like that.
From a Goon Sage combo to a Dread Knight?
No. From a Paladin Dark Knight, it's like 10 to 15% chance of getting a goon.
That's right. Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah. So, I think it's for sure negative EV to keep going. I would have told you that what you just did was negative EV, but you're fucking nuts.
So would I.
So I guess you got to look at the floors, right? Floor of each of the respective ones with how many summons they have left, and also determine, I guess, if you wear them down enough, but they're like a good profession for whatever class they are, and you're going to keep them anyway and just use them and use them, not necessarily via summoning, but that and questing, where you'd hopefully get good stuff from them. Yeah, I'll have to do some spreadsheet work on that.
Yeah. Is there any part of you that's trying to find a pretty sage for to go for?
So I haven't gone that far. That's the one level that I haven't tried. I've only tried for Goon.
Yeah.
4 times, 5 times, something like that. And I've gotten it twice, I think. So maybe I'm running hot and should stop.
Yeah.
So, how many Dread Knights are there? There were like 20 last time I looked, something like that.
I failed in my attempt. I got a sage, but
I have six. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Buckets.
I think there's, I don't know, there might be one rare, I think, Dread Knight. I think that's the highest rarity possibly of the Dread Knights too. So yeah, we'll see if jewel price goes up, see if that incentivizes me or disincentivizes me to go.
Yeah, I think unless you're like in the approaching 2 combos club, as far as exposure to the game, let someone else take the risk of going for a Dread Knight.
Right. Let's
because I think
let Tosh go for this.
Each summon is like a couple hundred jewel.
Yeah.
Yep.
As far as like your resale value, so I don't know. And plus, like a Dread Knight, I don't know what they are now, but I remember when we checked last time we streamed, it was like maybe 2,000 jewel for a common Dread Knight.
Yeah.
So
I looked at all the sales at one point, and maybe they were $2,000 to $3,000 sales, something like that, or jewel, obviously.
Jewel.
Yeah, 2,000 or 3,000. Like a bunch were listed, obviously a lot higher, but I clicked into all of them.
There's only 3 listed now, and the floor is 4,300. But I think the real trading price might be in the 2,500.
Yeah.
So like you're playing, it's like a 10% chance to hit that.
Sure.
Yeah, there are only 30 Dread Knights. There are 2 legendaries. 1, 2, 3. 3 rares. And the rest are common, uncommon. 0 mythic Dread Knights exist in the game. But
who was it? One of the main guys said in chat or something today that he imagined the best hero in the game will be summoned to level 100s to make a Dread Knight, mythic Dread Knight.
Yep. Yes. Do we want to do more sacks?
If you want to, you can.
I have a paladin that's ready to be consummated.
You're trying to make a paladin?
I'm trying to make a dragoon.
Oh, well, yeah. Now you see the roadmap.
So I have a Gen 4. I know it's minus EV, but I'm going to do it anyway. 4 of 5 mining paladin. Common.
Oh, you're hiring?
I'm hiring. This is just for it's a content play. So the 2 I have flipped over here are the cheapest 4 of 5 Dark Knights. We have a common Gardener with 4 of 5, Gen 4. Doesn't hurt me. And then we have a. Oh, there's another one. Where did it go? Gone.
Hey, Buckets.
Yeah.
Could you mute your game?
My music.
All right, so this is 4 or 5. Those are not 4 or 5. Those are not 4 or 5. 4. No. Oh, this was the other one. A mining. So this one is 40 jewel more, but it's a miner. That's the only difference. Would you guys pay 40 jewel more for a miner to increase my chance of getting a miner?
The tilt. You've got a 20% chance of like not keeping that, and you are gonna omega tilt.
Oh goddamn! That's an expensive summon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Do we do it anyway?
You don't have anything else to warm up?
I do. My other thing to warm up was a warrior.
Put her away.
Good.
I have this Gen 2 mining warrior. Uncommon.
The floor on that's like 350 right now, just so you know.
What? Really?
Yes.
On an 8 of 8 Gen 2?
Yes. Warriors, there's so many more knights than warriors right now. Like I've got a stash of all of them. A lot of them are being gardeners and miners. But yeah, even the 1-2 with 8 summons is like 300 plus jewel. No one paid for mine, so take that for what it's worth. Like I listed mine, I think as low as like 280 something, and didn't have any hits the last day.
Ooh,
but that is around the floor.
You go into the Dutch auction.
I keep forgetting to put them back up after I quest.
So that's a Gen 2 with 8 of 8.
Yep. What are you thinking? Easy. It's a minor.
Go to
I don't like that.
Go to attributes.
I say I don't have any filters. I don't have any in-house to pair. I could pair it with this in-house. 9 and 9 Gen 2.
Oh no, just go hire it out.
That'd be a waste.
Perfect match, right?
I mean, I've got a stash of 1-2s that I could rent out to you, but it might be hard to figure out how to personalize that rental. I know you can, but I don't think we've done that yet.
You want to go see if you can find a match?
Which one are you trying to sex? 1, 2, 8 warrior. What is it? Mining.
Yeah.
There's got to be a knight with 8 that you can go find.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
I've got a 129 knight.
No,
Go hard.
that'd be a waste of your 9.
Yeah.
Someone, wouldn't it?
Let's browse.
So I'm gonna do 9. I'm gonna go down to Gen 2. We're not gonna do a common with this.
Go to attributes and get your filters working. Do mining or gardening, right? Have you been doing this too? Where you're okay with like a gardening pally?
I wish they would. Okay, so here's our cheapest gardener, knight, wizard, 8 of 8. Fairly gardener. I'm gonna guess a mining knight is gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
They are. I'm looking for them right now.
People are not renting those.
No.
Rare. I'll see. It's a rare, but this one was what, 20 more jewel? Would you pay for the rarity and the profession 20 more jewel? That's close for me.
Yeah.
Minor boosted VIT already, which is obviously secondary, but
When jewel was $4, I'd be paying up for it.
Less than 100 jewel. I'm a big
thief.
I like to pay up for rarity just because I think I don't know. I know it's a minus EV play, but
have you started looking into the parents to see?
No, I have not.
I do it sometimes when I look at the rental market. If I go back on like a night warrior and I see like a wizard, and I'm like,
no doubt of that.
Yeah,
that's deep. That's some deep analysis there.
But that's good because we know there's recessive genes, so that knight could have been recessive, and then it gets passed down.
And that was my Pally Dark Knight pirate that I got there.
All right.
Shout out to the people that are still watching 2 hours and 22 minutes of this marathon.
Thank you.
All right, here we go.
Stream.
Thanks for
Give me that.
What are we looking for? What are we looking
Pally,
for?
big fucking sword.
Big chest plate.
Oh, we got rugged.
Knight.
That's a knight, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. You're not dead yet.
It's gonna be a common.
Probably. Ooh.
There you go. Give me a minor.
If this is a minor, we paid for a minor, didn't we?
Yep.
Yes, we did.
There it is.
Oh, boosted VIT. I said it.
There it is.
22 mining stat to begin. That's fine. I'm happy with that. That's okay.
Should be.
You made money on that.
Yeah. So that's a Gen
over.
3 7-7 mining knight. I mean,
that's probably 250 to 400. Depends how frothy the market is.
Yeah, the common floor on that is like 80. So
there are 6 for sale that meet. Nice. I'm being kind of generous with the criteria.
Yeah, you're being very specific, but yeah.
Well, I'm going 2 through 4. A 2 through 4 knight that's minor. Like, there's only 6 for sale. Even if I go uncommon just for fun. So there's a 5 for 115. That's actually not the worst deal in the world.
So you're gonna marry her until you level her up a little bit?
I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
This would probably be right now where I'm at in my primary mining crew, I think. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
That's a
even
good
though it's not a paladin.
You'd pay 100 jewel for that.
Oh yeah.
All day.
All day long. If this hit the market and someone said, hey, it's 100 jewel, I would snipe you for it.
Oh yeah. Max gas it.
Yeah. So
which I think I sniped a hero that someone was looking for in our Discord. Not like intentionally, but I max gassed 100 jewel or 100 Gwei.
Should we check the beta real quick? just to see.
I haven't looked in a while. I've been shopping.
God damn it. Tango? Get your fucking patch out, bro.
You know, this is when they tell you.
I even
they
said
wanted
earlier today, we're trying to do a stream around this patch, and they didn't give a shit.
Who'd you tell that to?
I just posted it in there.
Okay.
So, do we know when the patch is?
It's just like Club Top Shot. The market was always down, so they can never rip packs.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. They did get rugged a lot on that.
Do you have the Hero Sex Hard Rock Nick handy, Mr. Producer?
I have one that's not labeled as that, but whatever. It's always fun to watch Hard Rock Nick.
Look, there's a lot of scams going around right now. We need to stay vigilant. They're going after the whales. They got Art Chick. Never do QR logins. You're not going to get free Discord boosts. Don't get wrecked. Stay safe. Use 2FA. Stay safe.
Still a good Hard Rock Nick.
The only other one I have is
I need Jewel Price to chill out. I have underinvested by a lot. I still need to pack my bags. Beanie is in for $1 million.
So I do not have the sex one. I'm sorry.
My favorite still is one of the originals where he says jewel price go down, jewel, and then he pauses with like dramatic effect. Jewel price too low. Like the pause on that is just chef's kiss.
I can't believe that I don't have enough Hard Rock Nicks loaded up, and I have like 7.
Oh, there's a Gen 1 1010 Warrior Ninja for 160 jewels.
Profession?
Gardening.
I see.
That's the one.
Slopperman getting sloppy with the pricing.
Like that's a buy, right? I gotta go find.
Yeah, if you're going for a paladin, sure.
I gotta go find a knight. That's 1010.
Knights are a lot cheaper than warriors right now. Again,
I am surprised that the warriors are so expensive.
yeah,
Like I might
weird.
even
On the rental market, I looked the other day just because the price for them on the regular market was so high, but the rental was just as high, man. Trying to find anything above 7 summons left.
Yeah. Nobody smart is renting anymore, so all you have is a bunch of like 5 or 3 summon remaining.
Yeah.
That's a good
Beanie wallet update. The
What do you
Beanie wallet update is $1.7 million US equivalent of.
Have we looked over renting?
Like
do you think?
Go ahead, Gump.
Do we think we have missed the boat on a rental market situation? Like, do you think we made the right decision not renting?
Not renting our heroes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rented some in the beginning.
Do you regret
I think
that?
we did without renting, because unless you need to get liquid with some jewel, like the EV is not really there, because you could hit that upside with that sex, right? You could get a legendary and then you're printing. So why waste it on a rental if you have the bankroll? Now, if you need the bankroll, sure, it makes sense to get liquid and have jewel.
Am I confused? Are we talking about renting out your own heroes?
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
Or were we talking about renting for sex?
We rented for sex for a long time.
Rent for sex.
You're.
Oh shit! I didn't know I was still sharing. I just thought I'd do it to you while I'm out here.
You're not waiting for the patch that's not going to come out.
The patch is going to come out tonight. I just think it could be at 1 a.m. They, like Sterling Bucket said, if they weren't going to do a patch tonight, I feel like they would have said that. Yeah.
Would you spend 350 Jewel on a Knight Warrior Gen 1 1010, both commons, both gardeners? No, they're both gardeners.
Oh, 350 total for the pair?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
No, because you don't have outs.
Oh yeah, when you miss the pally, you're gonna have
you're I mean, do you want them gardening miner warrior Gen 2 998877? No, not really.
Well, that's where I'm at. I'm stuck with one. I don't know what to do because I've got a rare warrior that's Gen 1 with 7 summons left, but it's a fisher. So
GMI.
I don't know. Like I don't know what to do with it. I don't know whether to just dump it or I was gonna try to force it into a mining, just get a miner to try to sex it a few times and try to hit a paladin to go up, but
keep questing it in fishing, and then when you get to level 5, then like force feed it with a miner and hope you hit the RNG. Maybe.
Yeah.
But like by that time that we're level 5, we might flip flop and seesaw back into profession. Boost doesn't matter as much because we like right now we're a level a week. So by level 5, it's a month away. We could like not care about the Ori's going to be down bad because we don't care about profession boost anymore.
Can't imagine. The profession maxi.
He was right.
Do you have any heroes worth sexing?
He was right.
Dangy?
Why
don't you walk us through your inventory? Or do you want to be abstinent?
I kind of want to be abstinent just because I don't have a good match. I don't have.
Do you know you don't have a good match?
I don't have a profession match with my class, and that's really what I'm looking for. And so that's why I was trying to force it with that fisher to turn it into a miner. But that's low. That's hard to find.
That's a tough beat. You're better off selling your fisher, spending that on a miner, and then pairing them up together.
That's what I'm considering, is bumping down from my rare to an uncommon or even a common. I don't even care because I'm just trying to hit that advanced class.
Yeah.
That's a decent idea. Okay. We'll address this FUD that's just incredible. No, I just like where it being comfy, cozy, and it's chilly in my house in the winter. Okay? We keep it cold. Mitchell. No, we didn't have to cut the heat off. So, Pump, you found that video. Let me pull up that video. It'll take me a couple seconds, and then we'll go off on that Hard Rock Nick sexing video, which I hope I never have to say again because wow, that's terrible. Oh my god, how am I going to ever play this? This is
I'm questing right now.
I can't believe that you guys are questing. I feel
questing.
Can't go to bed
on it. 2K.
Full state.
Well, then I'm up for another 20 minutes anyway. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, imagine having 114 heroes and you're queuing up for 3 hours of fishing to get a ragweed.
I literally cannot.
11:30 when you have heroes to be quested.
Jesus, unbelievable. What percentage of these players? This could be a lot of things, but I don't want to structure it that way. What percentage of these players do we think are actually min-maxing, like to a considerable degree, as in like setting timers, that kind of stuff?
I don't think that's what min-maxing is.
It's a 10.
Okay, whatever. Fine. Grinding.
Yeah, the grinders. 10, 20.
So that's a decent edge then.
I'd say 15.
I'd say under.
Yeah. I'd say under
I'm really
10 for sure.
Am I gonna do quest if I have 2,000 XP?
Depends on if you're staying up all night, which sounds like you are.
I'm doing it for the egg equity.
Equity?
Equity?
Yeah. I don't have a
Love you, buckets.
Some of us can't get 3 eggs in a day.
I actually like that idea.
Gold vein swap egg. Gold vein's the only other one. That's like the other
rarish one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of the fish, we still don't. Harmony Explorer still doesn't have the fish listed. They never have.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because they're a contract. If a token has a contract address, you should be able to find it on an Explorer, right?
Right. And I've searched the token address that they put in their Discord, and I haven't
it's not
found it
in there.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. Beats me.
Well, thank you all for witnessing the longest night of my life. And I have 2 kids that were born at night. So understand that. I appreciate you, Pump, for hanging out. Eric, hanging out. Buckets, Sterling, / unnamed. Oh my God. Superhero, former intern, for hanging out. We'll do some Hard Rock Nick, and then we'll say goodbye.
I need better heroes now. I can't take this anymore. Every day I have sex, no dragoons. Sex again, no sage. I don't even know what a dread knight looks like. Can devs do something?